Come on, come on. It's for you. Go, Robo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Black and Red Builds channel. My name is Brian, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Fanhome / D'Agostini Build Your Own ROBOCOP. I got box 13, stages 47 through 50, right here in my sweaty little hands. And if you guys are interested in building this model or any of Fanhome's models, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can check that out for yourself. So without waiting any more time, let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. All right, here we go, guys. Here is our box, and let's crack this thing open. And let's see what we got inside. Get the paper out of the way. All right, here's all of our parts. Let's get our build magazines out, set them over here to the side. Let's go ahead and get rid of this packaging. Go ahead and push it through the table. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, guys, like I said, we have stages 47 through 50. So let's go ahead and get started with stage 47. All right, here's the magazine. Let's take a look inside. Quickly get to the back. Looks like we're going to be continuing working on the pelvis here so we can get those legs put on. Here's our parts. I think this rod here is part of the support that he will hold him up on his stand. And here's our pieces we're going to be putting together. We had already started working on this in pack 46, so we'll be putting it on like this. And we're going to finish with one leg installed, the left leg here. On through the rest of the magazine, we got a hoverboard. What is this, the Back to the Future build? I don't know. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, I'm going to be using the Fantic E1 Max screwdriver here. This is the electric screwdriver I use, award-winning screwdriver. And if you're interested in an electric screwdriver, this is a pretty darn good one right here. And I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. Okay, we're going to start with 47C. That's this piece right here. And we got the nut here. This is 47A. And we're going to flip it over this way. And we're just going to drop that nut right into the spot here that's shaped for it. Okay, now we have this piece here. This is 47B, and this is just going to hold the nut in place. And we're going to screw that on with 2 screws, which we happen to have right here. Okay, we're just going to set this over these 2 holes right here, just like this. I don't know if that's supposed to go a certain way. I don't think it matters. It can go either way. And we're going to screw that in with those 2 screws. Because this is screwed in the metal, I'm going to put a little drop of oil into each hole. Here we go. We're going to screw this in. Now, the oil that I use is from Liberty Oil Products, and I have a link for this also down below. Pretty good oil. All right, let's go ahead and get these screws put in. There you go, just like that. All right, now we need this piece that we were working on in the last issue. The screw fell out. So we're going to take the piece that we just put together, and I'm holding this screw in so it don't fall out. And this is going to go over the top of this piece here, and they both have the ridges, so that's going to make it click into place. This is just basically going to be a joint. And so we're going to put this over it, and we're going to screw the screw into that nut that we put on there. There you go. Now that's going to be really hard to move. In fact, I can't really move it with my hands right now, but when you have big pieces on there, it will move. All right, now we're going to bring our completed left leg over, and this is going to be connecting onto it. This is going to line up onto this one, but again, I'm going to put just a little drop of oil on there. I'm having trouble getting that to line up. I think I need this to be pulled down a little bit. There we go. Now it should line up. All right, now we can get that lined up. You want to make sure this is pulled out enough so you have clearance over here to get this lined up properly. Now we should be able to get that screwed in. There we go. Now see, that'll click a little bit better. There it is. It'll look just like that. Alright guys, this support bar here that came in this pack, we'll be using that later, so we're going to set that to the side. Alright, and we're all done with issue 47. Let's go ahead and move on to issue 48. Okay, here's issue 48. Let's get a look inside there. Flip right back to our parts. Here we go. And of course, we're going to continue on working with this pelvis because we're going to be putting it together and joining the legs together. And this is our pieces here. Another ball socket kind of thing we're making. And that looks like it's going to be the part that attaches the torso to the pelvis area. So when we get done, we should be looking just like this. And that's this section right in here. Cruise on through the rest of this real quick. All right, let's get started. Okay, we got our parts all laid out here in the order that they're going to be going. This is 48B right here. So we're going to take it this way around, just like this. And then we have 48D, the larger of the cup sizes, and that's going to drop right down in there just like that. And then we're going to take 48E, and we're going to put it inside that one, like that. All right, now we have 48A. This is the metal hip piece, and we're going to set that in just like that, right on top of those two plastic bowl pieces. And now we have 48C. That's this piece here. And if you look, it's got like a little hole thing right here on this one corner, and that's going to match up with a stud on here, so you know which way it goes. So we're going to put this over the top and match that up, that hole. Get this turned where it's facing down the flat side, and we're going to secure this in with 4 AM screws. All right, but before I put that on, I'm going to put a drop of oil, since this is metal, on each one of the holes. Get our cover back on. All right, and let's get these screws put in. And I'm going to just work my way around and snug these screws down. Alright, that's good. It's going to look just like that. Okay, and we're going to bring our leg and pelvis area back out again. Again, we have a couple of pins here inside, and that's going to set over those two pins like that. And we're going to secure it in here and here with 2 FM screws. Alright, and like before, this going into metal, so I'm going to put a little drop of oil in each of these holes here. Just like that. And we're going to set this back over again, this way around, with the screw hole here facing outwards. And we're going to screw that in with those 2 FM screws. And now it says FM screws, and they gave us EM screws. I don't know if that's a difference, or if that's right or not, I'm not sure. But they gave us EM screws, but it says FM screws. But let's see what we got here. That went okay. Alright, it's in nice and snug. It's going to look just like that. Okay, again here it says FM screws, but they gave us EM screws. But they fit, and they fit nice and snug and tight, so maybe it's a mistake in here, I'm not sure. Alright guys, but that's the end of issue 48. Let's go ahead and move on to issue 49. Okay, here we go, issue 49. Get to our parts. Here we are. Now we're going to be working on that other side of the hip joint there that's going to go into the leg. And looks like we're going to be attaching it to the right leg. And when we get done, we're going to have both legs attached to the whole hip area there. Flip on through to the end. All right, let's get started. Okay, just like the other one, we're going to start with this piece here. And we're going to drop our, this is 49C. And we're going to drop 49F, the little nut, into the hole there. Just like that. And then we have our little cover piece here again. This is 49B. And we're going to be putting over the top of this and screwing it in with 2 UM screws. And again, it's going into oil, metal, so drop oil. All right, let's get this screwed on. You guys, all this does is hold that nut in place. That's it. Once you run the screw through, the bolt through, that's going to really hold the nut in there anyway. So this is just holding it for you. All right, here's our leg assembly here. And just like the other side, we're going to run this screw here. This is 49E up through the middle of the other side here. Like that. And then we have 49D, the spring. And we're going to put that right over the top of that screw. And then we have 49A, this piece here. And it's going to go with the little teeth section facing out again. And we're going to put that over and then grooves right into, it's kind of keyed so it slots into its spot right here. Like that. Okay, now we're going to take our little assembly that we just did and put over the top of that and screw it in from the other side. Again, this is all just like we did on this side over here. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to bring the right leg over. I'm going to make sure I have this piece down enough so it doesn't get in the way. Like that. And then we're going to sit it on just like this, and we're going to screw it in with the 2 CM screws. But I think y'all know the drill by now. I'm going to put a little oil on that. Wipe off the excess. All right, let's get this put on here and screw it in. All right, it's going to look just like that. All right, there it is, all connected together. Just like that. And that's the end of stage 49. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 50. Okay, here's the magazine for stage 50. Let's flip right back to our pieces here, see what we're going to be doing here. All right, looks like we have a cover piece here for the pelvis and another one of those support bars. And it's just going to be going on just like this, covering up the front. Then we'll be attaching those support bars together with a couple of pins here. And yeah, that's going to be what runs up the back here that supports ROBOCOP while he's on his stand here. All right, let's move on through. I don't know what this is going on here. This is not for children. All right, let's get started. All right, we're going to get our ROBOCOP legs back up here. I hate sitting it on these things, but you just kind of have to. We're going to set him back like this. All right, and we're going to be putting this cover on. This is 50A, and it's just going to sit right over the top of this. All right, but I got 3 screw holes here that I'm going to be putting screws into, and that's going to be the EM screws. So once again, drop of oil. Put this over the top and let's get it screwed in. I'll start with this one first. It's way down in there. Yeah, we're not going to reach that with that screwdriver. This one's a little longer. Let's give it a shot. There you go. Alright guys, that's on there nice and secure. Let's set the legs out of the way. Alright, we got our support rod piece that came in this pack, and this is 50B, and we're going to bring out the one from pack 47. This is 47D. And we're going to connect these together. We're going to take it this way, And we have 2 holes here on the side of 47D and 2 on the 48B. And we're going to slide that in just like that. Actually, it's going to go this way. I didn't notice there's actually a little notch in it that matches up with a notch on here. So I had it on the wrong way. It goes this way. There it goes. Sits right in just like that. You can see right through the holes. And we're going to secure that in with 2 pins. These are 50C. Now, usually pins have a narrower end and a wider end. If you look very close, it looks like it does. So I'm going to take what appears to be the narrower end, and we're going to insert that in. And I'm going to get my jeweler's hammer. I'm going to tap that in. Or at least attempt to. It should go flush with the surface. It's still sticking up quite a bit. I'm going to try getting the other one started. Man, that's hard to get in there. Wow. Alright, got them flush. They still poke out just a hair on both sides, so it's a little long. But I got it all the way in there, and that was not easy to get in there. Probably some better pliers or a bigger hammer. You might scuff it up a little bit, but you can always touch this up with a little black paint. It's not gonna hurt anything. Plus, this is gonna be behind the model. You're not gonna see it anyways. But anyways, that is the rod put together there. And that's quite the task to get that thing, to get those pins through there. Holy cow. Now I just used these little cheapo pliers as you saw and popped it through there. Didn't have a lot of leverage. If you have a bigger set of like channel locks or something, would definitely work better on that. Or a larger hammer, the jeweler's hammer, a little too small for that particular application. But anyways, guys, that is the end of stage 50 and the end of box 13. So let's go ahead and get back to the main camera. All right, guys, like I said, we're all done with box 13, stages 47 through 50. And we have ROBOCOP's legs all together, standing on his own 2 feet. Check that out. Very cool looking. Very, very nice. And we have this rod here. This is for holding ROBOCOP up, I guess, when it's all done on his base. So we have that, and we have the legs done. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing next on this because we have one arm completely finished. We have his head done except for the face, which I think is going to be the last part of this. So I'm assuming we're going to start working on the torso next on this. Now, you know, of course, I'm not sure. We'll find out when we get that next box in, but very, very cool. Now, I guess if someone's already done this model, then they would know. I haven't looked ahead. I haven't watched any videos on this. I like to experience it firsthand as I go along. So I'm going to pop that leg open again. Here we go. Now his leg's open there. Very, very cool. All right, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this series of ROBOCOP from Fanhome. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in getting this model, I'll leave a link in the description down below. For any of the Fanhome models, the Fanhome Optimus Prime is coming along really nice. We have his whole torso done now, if you're keeping up with that. And I know they have now sent out box 10 of my DeLorean. I've kind of gone back and forth with them on email. Now they sent me an email saying they are fully stocked now. All their parts are back in, so they're sending the pack out. But then when I look at it, it says it's missing two things on it. So I still can't do it. I still can't do it, Fanhome. I've got box 11, 12, 13 sitting here. They're piled up. Look, that's 13 right there. The other ones are underneath it. They're piling up here. Still waiting on box 10. You say you shipped it, but on the description, it's missing two pieces. So I still can't do it. I don't understand that. Why would you send it out then? Why? Is it because I emailed you? I don't know. I don't understand. You sent me an email saying, great news, we have all the parts are fully in stock, but you're going to send that out missing two parts, two packs. So I just don't understand, man. It makes it really difficult to suggest people purchasing Fanhome when it's a super premium set. You're paying a premium for these models. These models are not cheap. They're expensive. So you think you guys could get that shipping on monthly shipping done on time and get those parts out there to the people who are paying top dollar for these things. So it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And I know this is something that's been going on for a while. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do like it, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, comment, stroll over there and kick that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. And my name's Brian, aka Chewysolo, and this is Black and Red Builds. See ya!
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.